Welcome to this breaking news. I am so excited to bring you this exciting news about our Christmas special this Wednesday night at 7 p.m., 8 p.m. Central Time, right here on Kerry Miller TV, the Truth Guy podcast. We are bringing on Susie Corey, an absolute amazing artist with a phenomenal voice that I know you will just love. We look forward to seeing you this Wednesday night. Share this with all your friends. Share this with all your family. Make sure you're here to hear our amazing guest, Susie Corey, right here at Kerry Miller TV, 7 p.m. Central Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, I'm going to let Susie take us out of here with a little song called Pretty Little Thing that I just fell in love with when I heard it. Take it away, Susie.
Started out a young girl, a little bit shy. Sparkle of hope in my daddy's eyes. If you really want something, you might as well try. Keep your feet on the ground, girl, don't get your hopes high. They're gonna drag you down, better get right up. Push a little harder when you've had enough. 'Cause the tough get going when the going gets tough. All the pretty little things that your mama never taught you, found out on your own when you took the risk you had to. Taking on the world, trusting what's inside of you. Pretty little things. Well, now the years gone by, got a little off track. You take your eyes off the road, driving down the wrong path. Blinded by the headlights, coming to a crash. You gotta turn it all around to find your way back. Well, just forget about the past, 'cause your story starts now. Living in the moment, gonna show 'em how to make a dream come true. Gotta shout it out loud. All the pretty little things that your mama never taught you, found out on your own when you took the risk you had to. Taking on the world, trusting what's inside of you. Pretty little things. Well, just forget about the past, 'cause your story starts now. Living in the moment, gonna show 'em how to make a dream come true. Gotta shout it out loud. Come on, show 'em what you're made of. All the pretty little things that your mama never taught you, found out on your own when you took the risk you had to. Taking on the world, trusting what's inside of you. Pretty little things. Pretty, pretty, pretty little things. Pretty, pretty, pretty little things. Pretty, pretty, pretty little things.
And we look forward to having our Wednesday night show right here, our first annual Christmas special. I am so excited about that. Let me adjust this just a little bit here. And Wednesday night, 7 o'clock Central Time, 8 o'clock Eastern Time. And we're going to have Corey on with us, Susie Corey. And so excited about that. You don't want to miss it. Kerry Miller TV's Truth Guy podcast, first Christmas broadcast, and we're really looking forward to it. She is an amazing artist, just an amazing musician, and what an amazing voice. So we're going to be talking about that even again tomorrow night, and I'll make sure I mention this several times. come out. I mean, the videos are going viral. That video I've sent out, man, is getting a lot of hits all over social media. And so we really look forward to having Susie with us on Wednesday night for our first Christmas special right here at Kerry Miller TV, the Truth Guy podcast. So, but we're here to talk tonight about business. And it's kind of, this is a joyous time of season. We're here, it's Christmas time, and it's my favorite time of year. And a lot of us are afraid. Many people are afraid, and we're going to talk about that fear tonight. So let's get this story started, and I'll be back right after this introduction.
Ladies and gentlemen, entrepreneurs from all over the world, please make welcome the Truth Guy, Mr. Home-Based Business himself. The man of the hour, everyone's favorite, Kerry Miller.
And we're back, man. That was quick. I was sitting here looking at my show notes here. I was pulling them up on something separate here, so that I could keep up with it. And but we're going to talk tonight about stop letting your fears dictate your outcome. And so many people do that, right? I mean, we have been through probably the roughest year I've ever had in business, and you have to sit back and look and say, what is it that I can take away from this? What did I learn from the COVID debacle? What have I learned from everything that's happened, all the lockdowns, going broke, all those things? Even as entrepreneurs, I mean, I know a lot of entrepreneurs that are struggling right now, and it's tough, and I know it's tough, and it's nothing to laugh about. Trust me, it's very sad. It's one of those deals where we just weren't prepared. I mean, as an entrepreneur, and one of the big takeaways from this is you got to be prepared for anything. You have to prepare yourself for the good times, the bad times, and how to make those adjustments when they come. And so we're going to talk tonight about those fears that dictate the outcome, even for us entrepreneurs, as we try to figure it out. We thought maybe, oh, well, this thing will be over by the first of the year. It's not going to be. Now they're talking maybe summertime. I was watching some news yesterday, and it looks like it's probably going to roll all the way in to 2022, just based on, I'm a numbers guy. I talk about analyzing stuff all the time. And when you start listening to these folks with the numbers of the vaccines and the number of people that have to get it and all that stuff, and with everything that's just blowing up right now, you have to ask yourself, when are we going to get back? And honestly, I think if the truth be known, and I'm the furthest thing from a conspiracy theorist there is. As a matter of fact, that stuff drives me crazy. The people who are putting out the conspiracies are, I won't go there. I won't go there. but we don't need to fearmonger. We need to be realist. We need to look at what's really happening and what we as entrepreneurs are going to do, how we're going to do it, and how we're going to overcome. And so the first thing I want to talk about tonight is that fear. Guys, I've been through it. I'll just cover out. This has been one heck of a year. Biggest roller coaster I've ever been on. I've been in business a long time. I grew up in business with my mom and my dad. They're both entrepreneurs, and what a rough year. I own a company. It's been tough. I know other people that I have trained and taught and been very close to over the last years. It's been tough. And so there's one thing I told myself as this thing started: what can I do to really stay focused? And that's even tough, right? It's hard to stay focused and do the things you need to do when everything is imploding on top of you. So you try to say, okay, well, I'm going to do this. What are the things I can do that are good? What are the things that I can do to offset the bad? Which direction do I really need to go? Which adjustment do I need to make? So let's talk about the bad outcome first. The bad outcome comes when, an issue happens and we're afraid and we don't know what to do. We're scrambling and we say, well, we're going broke anyway, so I might as well just shut the doors. Doesn't matter how hard I worked up to this point. That's the bad outcome. And I want you to stop right there and I want you to think about the bad outcome. You went through ups and downs and pitfalls and hit the brick wall and got knocked down in the dirt many times as you started opening your businesses and as you started preparing your businesses, even when you started storyboarding your businesses out and whiteboarding your businesses out, and you thought, okay, this is going to be great. This is what we're going to do. This is going to work exactly the way it's supposed to go. And you don't put the pitfalls in there. I know when I worked, in the past, when I put my business together, I knew there would be dips, and there were, but nothing like we've seen now. So the bad outcome is just stopping completely. And you don't want to do that. You don't want to put on the brakes so hard that you skid off the road and you're not able to get back on it. You have to sit down just like you did in the beginning. You're really got to start over. And it's kind of funny because I've been preaching e-commerce, mobile marketing, restaurants getting online. I've been preaching that since 2011. This is what businesses need to do. This is how they need to make sure that they move to the future and quit looking at the past and doing things the way they always did it. And, some people are saying, Kerry, it's just too late now. It's never too late. The one thing that breaks my heart is to see someone who puts all their passion and all their love and everything they have into a business and allow it to crumble and not be able to dig out of the pile. I don't know exactly what they're called. I think they're called yellow hats. But it's a group of people overseas that and I saw this in Syria, I saw videos of it. When a bombing takes place, this group of people will jump in trucks and they wear white suits and white outfits and yellow hats, and they'll run to these areas and they'll to get people out of the rubble. They put themselves in harm's way to dig people out of the rubble so that they don't have a bad outcome, they have a good outcome. You've got to put the yellow hat on. You've got to dig yourself out. You can't allow yourself to suffocate in this world that we're in right now when you've given everything you've got to be where you're at and do what you do. You have to make sure that you have the foresight and you look forward, quit looking back, and you look forward to make things happen and do what you have to do to be successful. Why? Because that's what you did in the beginning. You say we don't remember the bad times. I mean, I took on a project in 2017, put out hundreds of thousands of dollars. And by the end of 2018, the bottom fell out. I mean, I was shipping product and I was getting up and going. And a large tech company decided to pull out and really demolish the arena for what I was doing in that specific niche. And I could have rolled up in a corner and said, "Oh, what do? I just shifted." I looked forward. I said, okay, go back to doing what you was doing. You know, keep doing the things that make you successful, and you'll always be successful. Get away from that track, and you'll never make it. When a train derails, there's always a reason. Most of the time, there's a crack in the track. Okay, and it can't hold those tons and tons of steel that are rolling down that track, and whoop, it goes off. And or a car crosses the way, and it has to slam on the brakes. Next thing you know, all that momentum, all that inertia just throws the cars off the track. But there's always a reason the train goes off the track. The conductor's job is to do every single thing he can to make sure that that train starts at point A and ends at point B. As an entrepreneur, we have to do the same thing. We're going to get derailed sometimes, but we still got to get back up in the engine and crank her up and get her going back down the track. We can't always sit back and say, oh no, I can't believe this happened to you. Let me tell you something. It ain't just you. It's not just you. It's a lot of people. Be the positive force in your industry. Be the positive force in your town. Be the positive force for those that look up to you and say, you know what? Hey guys, let's come together as entrepreneurs so that we can work through this and so that we can make this happen. If you will do that, then you'll succeed. But if you sit back, you won't. Let's take a short break. I'll be right back, and we're going to talk about the good outcome.
Thank you for being a part of the Truth Guy broadcast. We look forward to seeing you Monday through Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Time as Kerry shares his insight in helping you build your dream and success. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Kerry Miller TV. And of course, listen to the Truth Guy podcast on the go at thetruthguypodcast.com. And now welcome back your host, Mr. Home-Based Business himself, the Truth Guy, Kerry Miller.
And welcome back. I appreciate you being here. Do not forget, Susie Corey will be here on Wednesday night, bringing us a beautiful concert live right here at Kerry Miller TV, the Truth Guy podcast. Really looking forward to that. It's going to be really super amazing. And I know that you're going to enjoy her being here and being a part of our first annual Christmas special. And I was talking to my brother last night. I said, I want this to build every year. Next year we'll bring Susie back, and then we'll bring somebody else back with her. And then, maybe over the next several years, we'll build us up a really nice Christmas special. And eventually we'll broadcast from, the country music capital of the world in Nashville, Tennessee, the Grand Ole Opry. Hey, if you're going to dream big. If you're gonna have dreams, dream big. And so, but we'll figure that out each year as it comes. But the next thing I want to talk about is the good outcome. We talked about the bad outcome, and that's not what you want. What's the good outcome? You look forward and you make it happen and you come out the other end. Okay, you're going to struggle. You're going to struggle. Guys, I have been through struggles this year that there were nights when I went to bed with tears in my eyes, and I woke up the next day and I was saying, you know what? I'm just blessed to be here. Stay positive and know that you're going to make it happen. I know you've been through that. I know the tears are there. I know you walk into the house and you know that this time of year is coming. And it's not going to be the Christmas of the past, right? Last year, gosh, Christmas time, the economy was booming, everything was happening. We were just in really great shape, right? People were making more money than they ever made. Sales were through the roof. Christmas trees were packed. I don't know if it's going to be like that this year. But what we have to do is say, you know what? Nothing's going to stop me. This year will be a memory. Next year is the future, and we're going to make it big. You see, the only way you do that is expect a good outcome. Sorry, this is a very emotional subject for me, because I do not like to see people lose. I want to see people win. I want to see people come out the other end. I want to see people make things happen like they never have before. I love entrepreneurs more than anything in this world because they are a different breed of people. They're wired differently. So fight for the good outcome. Do what you have to do to stand tall and make it happen. If you need some advice, shoot me a message. I'll be more than happy to help you with some advice. I don't know how good it's going to be. I don't know how much it'll help you, but you need to know that I stand tall with you. I stand beside you with my arm around you, and we will come out the other side, and everything's going to be okay. And what do you have to do that? You have to make some adjustments. You have to be prepared for that. Many people, even though we've been going through this since what? February, March, April, I mean, March is when it started getting really bad. April when it was like, wow, what the heck just happened? May, June, and July, we was like, God, are we even going to get through this thing? And here we are in December, and we don't really know what next year holds. We're hoping it's going to get better, but we have to put all that behind us because we can't allow that to affect us. We have to say, okay, what adjustments do we have to make? Where do we need to go? What do we need to do? Maybe, if any of you listened to Chloe last week, what an amazing show that was. I had a great friend, Rick Farrington, just messaged me earlier, and he said, wow. He said, I listen to these things. Matter of fact, I'll read you exactly what he said. I mean, it touched my heart, Thank you so much for sending me the Truth Guy video. I will tell you that I will normally listen to anything once, but you have to be something special for me to go back and watch a second time with my notepad open and a pen in hand. Chloe is a young lady that embodies wisdom way beyond her years. I also appreciate ending your show with Frankie, which is my friend, which you'll see at the end of this show. That's who I end my shows with, because I told myself, when we lost Frankie, I would always close my shows with him because he was the highlight of my life when it came to checking on me and calling, sharing music with me, getting to play together. But find those positive people in your life, the Chloes of your life, that have the outlook that, hey, when you hear her story, trust me, COVID's not nothing. This is nothing. So you have to make that adjustment. And if you'll make that adjustment, no matter what it is, and if you need help making that adjustment, reach out to me. Now's your opportunity. Reach out to me. Because I, Kerry Ken Miller Sr., do not want to see anybody roll it up in a ball and throw it away. Your dreams, your desires, your life, everything you've worked for. Don't do it. But we're going to wrap it up right here. We're going to start back right tomorrow. I want to continue on this subject. I want to talk tomorrow about some of the adjustments you have to make, which direction you need to go, and some of the things that you need to do in order to make sure that your business stays sustainable and you come out the other end on top. And with that said, take us out of here, Frankie.